So I haven't cut my hair in like a week, and not a week, like a month actually, and dude, I'm getting like an afro going on, and it's weird. I don't like it. I need to cut my hair, but lazy. In fact, being lazy is partially how I majorly define my life. So, Cecilia Sewer is decided to go this time. This is like the point of the game in Black and White 2, actually, that I was actually legitimately impressed. It was the first point of this game where it went beyond my expectations, because you're back into your first unoriginal city, and they still changed it up for the sewers, and I thought that was a cool thing, so yeah. Neat. We have a UU battle here against Dracomaster. He's never YouTube fun, I'm not smoking, of course. So yeah, using that one U team that I like love because it's really really good, and he has a team and stuff. I see a Meloetta and I'm just like, lol, Meloetta. Is that thing still relevant in this tier? I don't really think so. So I'll lead out that side. I want my rocks up ASAP since I really feel like he'll be good for pressuring his Honchkrow and Chandelure later on. And leading off it's his Honchkrow here, and for some reason I thought he would overpredict and he ends up going for the superpower, but I somehow live it, which I found really surprising, even despite the fact that he doesn't have. I guess he doesn't have a life form. I don't know what the thing is. Maybe it's scarfed, I guess, then. So, whatever the case, I am able to barely live it to get my rocks up. Decide just go for the roar as I expected him to kill me, but he actually predicts me to, I guess, switch into my Chandelure and goes into Shaman. So I get the free roar off, and then I get to shuffle his team around, so this Empoleon's already overstaying its welcome as he switches into a Swampert. No, he's probably going to go for the Rock Stat or the Earthquake. Either way, I feel like it's a good opportunity to switch into my Roserade and get some more hazards up, because that's how this team likes to operate. So I go into Roserade, obviously, and I think he just goes for the Waterfall here, just trying to kill off my Empoleon, which I found really weird. I guess he was, I don't know, I guess he was half predicting me to switch, but that was just weird. In a sense, it's weird that this Swampert would have Waterfall, but even looking at that damage, even though worst case scenario, if he does have the Ice Punch, but it turns out he does, which, again, is odds with some sort of offensive Swampert, and he isn't choiced, so, nor is he Life Orbed, so I don't know what's going on with this thing. Either way, I'm still faster, so I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain now. Since I know it's offensive, there's no chance of him living this, even despite my lack of special attack investment. So I'm just going to eat that entire Swampert, and I'm going to gain like most of my health back. So that was really stupid on his part. He should have just switched, but okay, fine. Free spikes, and I get a full health Roserade. I am okay with that trade. So he goes into this Honchkrow. Now this thing does threaten a lot of my team now that my Empoleon's gone, actually, which is why I stayed in the first place. So I really have nothing to take a flying move now, so I'm just going to stay in and let him Brave Bird me. I get a lot of recoil off on him, and it just makes this thing less of a threat later on, since I do have a lot to outspeed it. So Azo can't come in even though it's faster because I'm scared of the Sucker Punch, so I'm going to go into Flygon knowing I had take one and I am Scarf, so I am going to go for the Stone Edge. He doesn't go for Sucker Punch here, and this is what makes me think that he's probably Scarfed and was locked into Brave Bird. Probably went for it just on the off chance that would have been like mixed or banded, I guess, but I am Scarfed myself and I will build outspeed him because I have high base speed. So he goes into Meloetta now. I decide, you know what, I can just switch into Empoleon and probably take a Relic Song because I'm assuming it's the standard Relic Song mixed one, but he goes for the Shadow Ball, so it's probably Calm Mind looking at it then, so yeah, he ends up getting the special defense drop, which does suck since now he can kill me with whatever he wants, and that kind of makes me sad because I could have used this thing for more, even though it really doesn't have a use anymore. So I'm just gonna let it die. But he actually ends up missing the charge beam, which I found hilarious because he could have gone for anything and killed me, but decided to go for the special attack Serene Grace thing, I guess. But um, get a Torrent Skull does a decent damage. Don't get a burn, so it's kind of whatever. He's going to just decide to finish up with a Psychic, and because of the special defense drop from the Shadow Ball, it is going to take me out, and you get to create. Actually, that crit I don't even know. Who cares? Whatever. That may have made up for the thing miss, the charge beam miss. Who cares? I'm going to ASF now because I know I can just U-turn off on it, and I know it'll kill probably since I am banded, so I'm just going to go for it. He ends up staying in, and his Meloetta does die fairly easily, and now he gets to see what I have to switch into, and I decided, I think, just to go into Flygon here? Yes, Flygon, because it's faster than his entire team now since Murko's dead. So he ends up going into his Aim on top of here. That's why I kind of make a small little misplay is that I don't know why I was thinking this thing wasn't a spinner. Its name is Spinner, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stay in an Earthquake. What's it gonna do? I could have switched. I should have switched into. Is Chandelure dead maybe at this point? I don't even know. All I know is that I don't know why I decided to stay in and just Earthquake this a bunch of times, even though it is gonna be a 4 KO since this is a defensive Hitmontop. So he just Toxic me, and then I'm just going. I guess he predicted me to switch into Chandelure there, which is why he Toxic first turn, and now he's gonna go for the spin as I just go for another Earthquake and failed to 3-hit KO him in the next turn. So getting this thing out of the way is key, but he just kind of got rid of all my entry hazard support, which makes me sad. So another Earthquake's not going to bring it down. I think he just goes for the Toxic again, predicting me to switch. But I'm just staying in, just being as stubborn as I possibly can, because I'm just like, whatever. So I think I decides. No, I think I stay in the earthquake again. He ends up just not wanting him on top to die so early and just goes into shaman because he can take earthquakes pretty well all day. Don't really know what kind of shaman it is. I'm still kind of scared that he's maybe scarfed and there's a speed tie here, so I am going to switch out for the HP ice and go into Chandelure. He does end up going for the safe seed flare, which is going to be a 2 KO if he gets the special defense drop, which he ends up doing because 40% in my luck. So he is going to be able to 2 KO me, but I do see the life orb, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway since he is going to be faster than me and he'll be able to earth power me and take me right out. But now that I see this thing is life orb, I know that my Flagon is faster, I know that my Azel's faster, and this thing overall just really isn't a threat now. So I'm going to go into Azelf, I believe, here, and just go for the U-turn, because it's the strongest U-turn I have, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to kill at this range, and even if he switches, which he decides to do, I get switch advantage, so it's really not that big of a deal. And he just switched into his own Chandelure. I think I get a crit off this U-turn, which is kind of hilarious, didn't matter at all, but... Do I get a crit? Yeah, that was a crit. Wow, it didn't get an X4 assisted, but... Even then I'm banded. Man, it did nothing. So I go into Flagon because I know I can kill it with whatever I go for. Like, anything he switches into is going to die to an outrage, so I decided to go for it, which was kind of stupid on my part because I really wasn't thinking of the Hitmontop Sucker Punch at the time. If I remembered about Sucker Punch, I would have just gone for the Earthquake since he had nothing to really do in a sense, but since I did lock myself in outrage, now I can just go into his Hitmontop and get the guaranteed Sucker Punch off since I can't switch and I'm going to die for sure. Really doesn't matter though, since I still have my own Hitmontop, which can wall his Hitmontop for days, and since it's so low, I can just kill his off whatever I want to go for. So I decided to go into my own Hitmontop, and I do go for the safe fake out just to get some damage off early, I guess, in case he decides to switch into Shaman as well, which I should just gone for the CC to be honest. So I'm pretty sure I'm faster. Yeah, so Shaman comes out. Fake out does a decent chunk. I know it's in range where Mach Punch will kill, so I'm just going to go for it since I know he's faster. Going to go for it, and the Shaman is going to die. This is why I kind of like this Hitmontop on this team, even though I could still replace it with whatever I want, because the main core of this team is just those 5 guys, and it's like 5 guys in a Hitmontop, really. It's really what this team is. So, yeah, Hitmontop comes in, gets the Intimidate off. I was hoping a Mach Punch would still be in range to kill it off, but it is not. He ends up going for the CC himself. I know I can live 1, and I do. And that is pretty much going to be the game because Hitmontop is his last. Well, worst he can do to me is Sucker Punch me, and unless he gets a crit, it isn't going to kill me. And even if I do die, which I am he's going to Sucker Punch anyways and bring me down to a point where Life Orb will take me out. But the Azelf was still alive, so that is still going to be my match. And a good game, Dracomaster guy. Yeah, that was a good match, I guess. So, yeah, that was a game. So, bye. That's it.